I suspect NIO will do pretty good. I suspect all the Chinese car companies are coming to America. I think Trump is going to allow car companies to come to America. I'm gonna tell you guys why. I'm gonna actually make this a separate video. I'm gonna tell you guys why Trump is gonna let Chinese companies come to America. First of all, Tesla needs China. They need China. I don't care what you. They need China. They make a third of their cars in China. I think the bulk of their sales, the profits come from China. So they need China. And they need FSD approval and all that kind of stuff. Elon went to China sometime this past spring or whatever. He came back. He was in a political race, helping Trump win. There's so many rabbit holes you can go down with these theories and conspiracy theories, but I'm going to sum it up like this. Over the last 4 years, the Biden administration has arguably, not even arguably, they haven't been pro-Tesla. And you can arguably say that they were anti-Tesla. There's instances of it. Just Google it if you don't believe what I'm saying. So Elon he don't have no allegiance to the Democratic Party or probably any other party. But so they're anti-Tesla. Second thing, and Tesla needs China, so we know this. Trump got kicked off of Twitter. Elon bought Twitter, turned it into X, let Trump back on X. So people are making chess moves years in advance. Years in advance, and they start to pay dividends now. So the $40 billion that Elon spent on Twitter doesn't look like much now. That his net worth is $400 billion. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't look like much. So why is Trump going to let Chinese EV makers here? Okay. Second point, I would say that most people that don't like EVs, when I say most, I mean the majority. The majority can be 51%. So before the all police come at me, I get it. Not all people think a certain way, but the majority of people that are against EVs, I would say in the majority, they might probably Trump supporters. I would say the majority of people that are liberal, at least in California, that drive EVs, they're gonna be liberal. They're gonna vote Democrat and that kind of thing. Now, I suspect this last election, a lot of people that drive EVs also voted Republican or whatever for whatever reasons, but I just suspect that they probably did. Might be because some of them follow Elon. It also might be because people get on YouTube and they listen to different political opinions now. They don't just go by what people say on the news or debate. No, people go listen to Joe Rogan. They go do their own due diligence, make their own conclusions. Okay. So, where are we at? People that Trump supporters, I would say, would be likely to say, don't force me to buy EV. They might, I would say, a large part of people that drive F-150s are Trump supporters. I could be wrong on that, but I'm not saying all. Plenty of liberals drive Ford F-150s. Okay, plenty of people with different politicals drive Ford F-150s. I'm saying 51%. Just making okay. But here's the thing. People that follow Trump, they generally like it if Trump will say something like, hey, I'm going to do something. I'm going to get somebody else to pay for it. I'm going to build a wall and I'm going to get China to pay for it. Man, people love that. They're like, yeah. Stop them people from coming over here, get them to pay, make them pay. Oh man, they love it. Okay. I'm just pointing out facts. And I don't care which side of the fence you agree on, but I'm just saying this is what's been shown. What's going to happen is Trump is going to say, I'm going to make China build factories over here and employ American workers. I'm going to get China to pay for it. Newsflash, China already wants to come here and pay for it. The Biden administration won't let them do it. Because remember, the Biden administration was anti-Tesla. They were more pro GM, Ford, and all that kind of stuff. I don't think Trump is super pro-union per se. The lines get blurry. Yeah, I get it. Some of the people that work and believe in unions and stuff, and they probably voted for Trump. But here's the reality. Trump is going to allow Chinese to come over here, build cars, make them pay for it. People are going to love it, especially when they start seeing a presidential motorcade riding around in Tesla Cybertrucks. It's going to look cool. It's going to seem strong. It's going to seem... A Cybertruck looks like a gas guzzler, even though it's not. But it plays into the mentality of people that like strength and power and da-da-da-da-da. A lot of this stuff is just psychologically based too. You know, people get into psychology of their cultural backgrounds and things like this. So when they see those Tesla Cybertrucks rolling on that presidential motorcade, it's going to make EVs great again. You heard it here first. Because EVs have kind of fallen out of favor. But Trump's going to make EVs great again. Telling y'all what it is. He's going to make it great again. Because when you follow somebody, you like somebody, you tend to listen to what they say. You at least listen to their elevator pitch. I mean, the Obamacare, we at least listened to his elevator pitch about how healthcare was going to be better. Unfortunately for me, somebody that bought catastrophic health insurance, my premiums went from $60 to $70 to about $300 because there was a part of the population that was going to have to pay for Obamacare. They were going to have to, the money was going to have to come from somewhere. Came from a lot of the people that were paying catastrophic. I don't care what side of the fence you sit on. I got the receipts to prove it. And health insurance went up. A lot of people didn't. It didn't affect some people because their companies paid for it, so they didn't get the hit. The companies took the hit. But if you bought catastrophic health insurance, you know what I'm talking about. You know you could not buy any policies anymore that were less than high $200s, $300. So what I'm saying is, even after all that happened, people still supported Obama. You know, they still, and to this day, they'll say, okay, affordable health care, it's affordable. It wasn't affordable for me and a lot of other people. Yeah, I get it. There's a lot of things about healthcare that did get better. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just telling you what it is financially. So EVs, people will listen to what Trump has to say about EVs. Plus, he's making China come build some cars over here and employ Americans. Oh, they're going to love it. Now, who's going to be hurt by this? Some auto workers that will have their job replaced by automation. Some. Who will be some of the winners? The American consumer immediately will be the winner if the prices come down and they don't get greedy and they let us buy some cheaper cars with better tech. So we'll be the winners. GM, Ford, some of the incumbents will be the winners if they are able to successfully form joint ventures with some of these Chinese automakers and share in some of the profits. Some of them will go out of business. Some OEMs will go out of business, and they need to. There needs to be a purging, and they need to go out of. Bankruptcies need to let happen. If my business fell, government would let me go bankrupt. Point blank. So it is what it is, man. So that's all I have to say. I believe Trump will let them come here. I suspect that over the next few months at the inauguration, you will start seeing a change in rhetoric with China. Because if China wins, we win. We make a lot more money with China. Farmers can sell their produce to China, which is hurting right now. So many things can get better if we're working with China. But we're going to have to cede some things. We're going to have to eat some humble pie. And actually, China wants to be acknowledged as being a superpower. And that's not going to change. They like, look, We're not trying to take over the world. We're not trying to colonize and take, but we want to be recognized for what we are, and that's not going to change. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to recognize them, but we got to come back and tell the American people, hey, look, we're still in charge. I mean, if anything, you have your equal that you need to consult with on matters, just like a spouse, however you want to look at it. But yeah, that's what's going to happen after the inauguration. You're going to start to see positive rhetoric about China. Trump is going to meet with China. Him and Xi Jinping going to be best buddies. Watch. Everybody's going to be making so much money. But some people will be hurt. They're going to have to let some car manufacturers, we might have to secede the car industry to China. However you want to look at it. We don't make televisions anymore and nobody's complaining. Nothing in my house is made in America. Probably. Most of it. It all comes from overseas. All of it. So let's stop with the cap. Okay? Trump is going to let China build cars here. And he's going to make EVs great again. And it's going to flip people's heads. They're not going to understand it. It's business, man. It's business and it's money. Period. And we'll benefit. Americans will benefit, hopefully. But that's all I have to say. Peace out.